tonight.
Rage.
Rage.
Rage. Rage.
Will people stop fucking emailing me? How do I turn that shit off? How do I stop this? I don't understand why this is happening. Where's the notifications? Bloody cheek of it I can't stand.
And the antidote?
Fucking hell, that's so cool. Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. I'm trying something a little bit different. I've positioned myself slightly closer to the camera because then I'm slightly closer to the screen. I don't have to sort of wince and pull my glasses down and stare unseeingly into the abyss of my confusers, I call them. You can see why. Anyway, today I'm talking about Rush and their recent appearance at Canada's Juno Awards. I'm going to do the theme tune, talk about Juno Awards, talk about Rush, so on, so forth. So far, so good, I think. Justin Hawkins rides again. Again. I didn't tune my guitar because in this instance it wasn't laziness, I just forgot. So here we are then. Rush. Now, there was a period of time when we were making, the Darkness was making a record. What was it? It was the Last of Our Kind record, and we were driving around Valentia Island, just off the west coast of Ireland. Well, it's part of Ireland, but it's one of the islands over there. And we were just listening to Rush non-stop.
I don't know why.
And we were talking about trying to do something that was a bit more Rush-y, but then we realised it was too complicated. But we loved it, you know. It's the experience of driving around, you know, that kind of terrain that you get around the Ring of Kerry and those places over there, with the heroic kind of seascape of the Atlantic beyond. Oh, it was just at night as well, listening to Rush. It was incredible. So I'm very fond of Rush. Some great memories of those times. But anyway, on Sunday, Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson were joined by new drummer Anika Nilles. Geddy and Alex have, of course, played together since the death of Neil Peart, including at the Taylor Hawkins tribute show.
I think what it showed us was that, you know, those songs are still alive and they're still very much a part of us, and playing them with other people wasn't a bad thing. It was an exciting thing, and I think it was great to see the looks on the fans' faces when they heard that music again.
So here we go. I'm going to watch Finding My Way live at the 2026 Juno Awards. All right. It's great. I mean, just hearing him, you can hear it's sort of like a little bit unsteady on its way up, but my God, it's up there once it gets there, isn't it? I think of the Rush oeuvre, this is one of the ones that would be, I would describe this as probably one of the most accessible numbers in their set. I mean, check out that riff. Any riff that sort of pedals around the A and the D area and is sort of deceptively complex but looks simple like that. Those are the riffs that guitar players wish they'd written. And this is one of those. So yeah, it's kind of got a little bit of AC/DC about it actually, isn't it? Come on, Geddy, fucking nailing it. Fucking hell, that's so cool. I mean, the excitement of seeing these guys doing that is really, really infectious. The groove's awesome, super tight on the hats. I think Niles is doing a lovely job there. But when you listen to what the bass is doing and he's singing, and like so in between like the vocal phrases, there's a little bit of slap with an octave up from that A. Super cool. He's the kind of bass player where you can have his sound super prominent and it doesn't interfere with anything really. Like a lot of the time, this kind of rock is played. It's kind of pocket playing normally. Like you'd be pedaling with eighth notes probably. But he's a thumb and finger player, so I don't know. You can have him a bit louder, and he sort of thuds away in a different part of the pocket. So for the pre-chorus, go to the ride. Always good. All of it's just perfect. Nothing wrong with it. This is ace, and just to see them energized and excited about playing this stuff, it's really exhilarating. Normally I see these award ceremony things and I experience that thing that they call JOMO, you know, the joy of missing out. And I was thinking, thank fuck I didn't have to go to that piece of shit. But this is awesome. I envy everybody that was in that room. Must have been so much fun. I love the way the Oberheim keyboard player is like just waiting for his waiting to have a go on his keyboard. Like just really enjoying himself. What's not to enjoy? I think the thing about being able to have your bass that prominent, it makes like a riff like that with a down, down. If it was AC/DC, one of the guitars would be going and the other one would just be ringing out on an A. You know what I mean? And then when it goes to the G, D, they'd all be doing it and it'd be like, wow. But the bass would be sort of back a bit. And as I mentioned before, probably be played on a plectrum but muted. And I think the way they use that, it's almost like a bass and the second guitar for those dynamics, you know? I'm getting a little bit of this song reminds me of Tie Your Mother Down a little bit, but it's not swingy like that. It's just something about the arrangement that's similar. It's a straightened up version of it somehow, isn't it? Cool. Roto Tommy type stuff. Great stuff. Making those drum fills iconic just by virtue of repetition. That's what it becomes, something that you look forward to after you heard it the first time. You think, oh, that was a cool fill, and then the next section comes up again, and you're like, oh, I wonder what's going to be. Oh, it's the same one. Great, and it's really satisfying. It's the tease and release thing. This is the most DC Rush get, I suppose. It's awesome. This is just what you want to hear, isn't it? This is a great guitar solo. Yes. Oh, check out the split harmonic on that. You've only got one shot at that, and it's live, you know. And I think I've got a weird way of doing split harmonics. I mean, I know that most people use a plectrum, and then they sort of have their thumb, you know, proud of the plectrum itself, so that it's sort of creating a harmonic as you strike. That's probably how he's doing it, because he's a proper guitar player. Other people, no names mentioned, they hold the plectrum like that, and then they have their nail sort of just touching the string to create a harmonic, and then you've got to find the part of the guitar where that works. And then in that instance, you've only got one shot. And you won't get it every time, like 9 times out of 10 you won't catch the split harmonic, but he's just completely nailed that in front of the whole world. That's like, yes, eat that. It sounds like an eagle crying as it soars past, I think. I mean, the thing about Rush is you can never really say that they have like low-fat arrangements. There's there's protoness in the verse and chorus on this one, but then it does go into this wig-out section here. And I love the way they haven't abridged it just because it's an award ceremony. This is Rush. They're going to do Rush. I love the way they've interspersed it with footage of old Rush in the background. It's really cool. Fucking amazing. A lot of the time when you hear sort of heritage singers, or people who've been doing it for decades and decades, and there's this question as to whether they can still pull it off. And sometimes when you hear like rougher, more mature vocalists not struggling to hit those notes, a lot of the time that's anatomy, and it's just the realities of becoming older. But sometimes it's just in your head, and it takes something like a personnel change or some other shot in the arm to bring out the best in a vocalist, and that's what's happening. So fucking cool. Even if you're not that into Rush, I just think that's a great thing to watch. And if it serves as a tribute to Neil Peart as well, it's kind of like the way they've done the visuals, where it's about the band, not about the peripheries of the band, and the history and the decades of music that they've provided for us. It's really excellent. I thought it was great. Use the comment section below to tell me what you think. Justin Hawkins rides again. Apologies for the out-of-tune guitar. Sorry, not sorry. I will tune it at some point. No, I'll get someone else to do it. Alright, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and I'll see you cats on the ice. Alright! Again. System preferences, notifications and focus. Here we go. But mail notifications are off. Well, alright.